Is nikah a word meaning marriage? The answer, no. Let us prove it with Quran 2:23-0, US Amadadok translation. So if he divorced her a third time, so it is not lawful for him to take her again until she has sex, nikah, with another husband. Now from this verse we learn that if a woman has been divorced 3 times, she cannot get back with her old husband until she does nikah with the new husband, the meaning of which is that it is not the marriage with the new husband which will make her able to go back to the old one, but doing of the act of nikah. We will prove this from this story in Sahih al-Bukhari. We got to go back to the hadith which we posted previously under the topic of greener than her clothes, Sahih al-Bukhari, Book 72, Hadith 715 in Arabic, Book of al-Libas, Book of Clothes/Green Clothes, Hadith 5487. Reported by Ikrimah, that Rifa'a divorced his wife and Abd al-Rahman bin al-Zubair married her. Aisha said that she came to her wearing green clothes and showed her her skin and it was greener than her clothes from beating. And it's normal that women take the side of each other, so when Allah's apostle came, Aisha said, I have not met any woman tortured as much as Muslim women. Look at her skin, it's greener than her clothes, speaking to the Prophet. But when Abd al-Rahman heard that his wife went to the Prophet to complain, he came with his 2 sons from another wife. She, his wife, said, I swear by Allah, I have done nothing bad to him, but he is sexually disabled and is as useless to me as this, holding and showing the side of her garment. Abd al-Rahman said, I swear by Allah, Prophet, what she claims is a lie. I do shag her, same as if I am shagging the ground, but she is disobedient and wants to go back to Rifa'a, ex-husband. Allah's apostle said to her, if that is your aim, to go back to your ex-husband, then you should know that it is unlawful for you to remarry Rifa'a, unless Abdur Rahman has had sexual intercourse with you, and remarry Rifa'a, unless Abdur Rahman has had sexual intercourse with you, and he tasted your juice. When the Prophet saw 2 men with Abd al-Rahman, so the Prophet asked him, are these your sons? Abd al-Rahman said, yes. The Prophet said to the man's wife, you made an allegation, and you insist that he cannot have sex? However, I swear by Allah, his male children resemble him as a crow resembles a crow. Read with me carefully what Muhammad said, then you should know that it is unlawful for you to remarry Rifa'a, unless Abdur Rahman has had sexual intercourse with you, and he tasted your juice. So in Quran 2:23-0 the word to do is the condition which the woman has to fulfill so she can go back to her ex-husband. The story before us is about a woman who is already married to the new husband, but this does not make her lawful to go back to her ex-husband until she does nikah, which is sexual intercourse, and he has to taste her juice. I will leave tasting the juice with no commentary. Just ask yourselves what kind of prophet speaks to a woman like this? One more verse from the US Amadakdok translation of Quran 33:50. O you prophet, surely we have made it lawful for you, your wives whom you have given their wages and those that your right hand possesses which Allah has granted you, and the daughters of your paternal uncle and the daughters of your paternal aunts and the daughters of your maternal uncle and the daughters of your maternal aunts, those who emigrate with you. And a believing woman, if she gives herself to the Prophet to have sex, nikah with her. In the Yusuf Arli translation, he translated that last part as any believing woman who dedicates her soul to the Prophet. This is one of the examples of the Muslims' deception, trying to cover their Prophet's sexual gifts to himself. Think about it. Dedicates her soul to the Prophet. What would Muhammad do with her soul, and what happened to the word nikah? If it meant marriage, why do Muslims try to hide it in this verse? I think things are clearer now, because of all the women who gave themselves to Muhammad as sex gifts, not even one of them was called a wife. The names of some of the women who gave themselves to Muhammad for sex are Khala bint Hakim, Zainab bint Khuzaimah and Sharik. Sahih Muslim. Book 008, Hadith 3453. Aisha narrated, I used to be jealous of those women who had given themselves to Allah's Messenger, and she said, then when Allah, the Exalted and Glorious, revealed this, you may delay any one of them, you wish, and take to yourself any you wish, and if you desire any you have seat side. Aisha said, it seems to me that your Lord rushes to satisfy your sexual desire. Muhammad may delay any of these women. It sounds like a long line of women needed Muhammad badly in bed, and watch how Aisha noticed that Muhammad was a false prophet when she said it seems to me that your Lord rushes to satisfy your sexual desire. She knew he is making up the Quran just to justify his sexual madness. Ask yourself why a man who already has many wives even allowed such a thing. Were his wives not enough, and why was this license given only to Muhammad? Just think, the Lord of the universe is busy making chapters about Muhammad's special sexual needs.